Hey, it's Chris Lamm with Commerce Home Mortgage. I hope you and your family are doing well. This is our market update for the month of October. I cannot believe September has come and gone so fast. We're going to jump right in. The first thing I want to just talk about is, what is a first-time home buyer? We have a lot of people that ask that question. Most people know that there are benefits to being a first-time home buyer. By definition, most of the time, that means that you haven't owned a house within 2 to 3 years, period. So you actually could have owned a home at some point in the past and still qualify for most first-time home buyer products. Now, if you're a first-time home buyer, what does that really mean to you? Well, it doesn't mean as much as it used to. Many of the loan programs that we do for anyone who decides to buy a new primary residence these days, they can qualify for the same programs that originally were designed for first-time home buyers. So however, there are a few products that we want to note real quick here. So there are down payment assistance programs that require you to be a true first-time home buyer. There's government loans like the USDA loan that may require you to truly be a first-time home buyer, or to only own one home at a time, where they wouldn't necessarily allow for you to have investment properties if you're trying to utilize that program. But by and large, most programs that a first-time home buyer qualifies for, most other people that are buying a primary residence would qualify for as well. The second thing we just want to touch on is the market and mortgage rates, as this is something that we've been following all year. Now, for those of you that don't know, maybe you haven't been paying attention to the media, which could be a good thing. Mortgage rates have been at all-time lows all year long, and they're still incredibly low. So most people, I've heard a trend out there that almost half of America could benefit from a refinance right now, and there's more refinancing going on in the financial system than ever before in history. So if you know someone that hasn't looked at doing that yet, it's probably a good time to do that. But the other thing we want to talk about is the purchase market, or people that are buying new homes to live in. It's been on fire, not just in Redding, not just in Shasta County, but throughout the rest of the country. And there's a few reasons why that's been happening, and we're expecting to see that slow down a little bit. First of all, if you remember correctly, around February and March was obviously when COVID hit, and that's generally one of the hottest buying seasons for most home buyers anywhere. The spring rush is what we call that, and that was delayed, and so we had a lot of pent-up demand, and most people entered the market in June, July, and what we're seeing right now at the end of September, early October is, that big rush of people that were kind of pent up wanting to buy homes is now starting to curtail a little bit. The second and most obvious reason why we've seen such a big rush into housing is the motivation to take advantage of today's mortgage rates being in the twos. Most people see that as a huge advantage, even if they're buying a home at a 10% higher price than they would have bought it last year. With mortgage rates being a full percent or more lower, they still are paying a much lower payment than they would have paid on that same house last year, and many people are seeing the benefit in that. So as we go forward into the end of the year, we are starting to see some signs of a little bit of a cooling off. By no means does that mean that this market is going to crash, or that we expect to see values going down. Regardless of who gets elected in the upcoming election, most experts and economists predict that next year the housing market will be strong and rates will remain low, and I think that that's probably true. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens from here. I just want to say I'm so grateful for all of you. We've had so many incredible clients come back to us this year that we've been able to help lower their rates through refinancing or help them buy another house. We get referrals every month from people we've worked with 1, 2, 5, 10 years ago. And we couldn't be more grateful to be in a community like Redding and to be working with people like you. So if there's anything that I can do for you, if you have any questions, you can call me anytime. I hope you have a great October, and we'll talk to you soon.